We are magnificence, purity.
We said that everything of the past remains in the past.
Creativity. Very dangerous game. People could be seriously hurt. Intelligence. We are the truth that eludes us.
I mean, it's not as if we're an item. We're just good friends.
Please, go. Oh, Hemba.
Oh my God!
What's that, Annie? What's so funny, Pam?
What is that?
That's old school.
It really
Way
is.
back.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, good to have you with us
Exciting.
on the show, Pamela Nomvete. I don't even know where to begin. Let's begin at the beginning.
Okay.
Born
Which
in
is-
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
How?
Of the food that you don't like.
No, I like Ethiopia. It's just that it's a bit bitter. Just a little bit sour for my taste, but I love the place.
Great.
How
yeah,
did you get
'cause
born there?
My parents were exiled from South Africa in the 50s, and my dad ended up working for the United Nations many, many years later. And the headquarters was Economic Commission for Africa in Addis Ababa. And then I was born in a Russian hospital.
Okay, and then how much time did you spend in Africa? Because the one thing that everyone noticed about you is you don't sound African, you don't sound South African. How much time were you here before you moved to the UK?
Many years, because we traveled around a bit, as one does. And we went to Zambia for a little bit, and then back to Ethiopia. So at the age of 14 is when I went to boarding school in the UK. Because when we returned to Addis Ababa, Haile Selassie had just been overthrown, so the country was in turmoil and schools were closed. So my parents obviously thought our education is paramount.
Now, before I had an opportunity to do a little bit of homework on you and read up about you, I thought acting was a glamorous career. I thought it was great.
Oh,
Everybody
wow.
wants to be an actor. And then I read your story.
Yeah.
What?
Acting's tough. It's not glamorous at all.
Homeless. How do you get
yeah,
homeless?
imagine
Living
that.
in the car
Yes.
and you're in Tsiki.
I know. Well, that was the weird thing, isn't it? Because people do become homeless.
Yes, they do.
But they're not famous and homeless.
And that was you?
Yeah, of course. Let me do it that way, right?
Huh? Is that for real?
I'm being serious, yeah. I was
In the car?
homeless.
You were sleeping?
In the car for about 2 weeks, yeah. I was sleeping at one of the garages.
Selling
Petrol
clothes?
stations. Yeah, did all of that. I hit rock bottom. And I guess the interesting thing about that, which is why being back here now is actually really important, I realize. Because that situation is not necessarily unusual with a lot of artists and a lot of South African artists. That's like too much of a familiar story. So it is interesting that happened to me. It's a bit like karma.
And you fought your way out.
And fought my way back, and here I am.
The
Here
UK,
I am.
you acted there,
Yeah.
and now you're back.
Yeah.
And you are playing one of the most inspirational people. There's a movie coming out.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little about playing Leah Tutu.
Yes, that
You
was
are
amazing.
playing the role of the wife of the Archbishop.
Yes, indeed. And that was quite wonderful, actually, because it's not it's not a part that's normally played. We don't really, a lot of our heroines, if you like, we don't really celebrate much. So to play Leah was quite extraordinary and a real privilege to do that.
She's been married to him for 62 years.
Yeah, and then
she has to be a powerful person in his life.
She's a stalwart, but beautiful. I mean, their relationship is stunning. I looked at that and I thought, oh, I'd love a relationship like that.
Did you get to interact before that?
No, it's really sad. I'll tell you, I think that's something it's good to mention. I'm glad you said that. Because what often happens with these things is that because you've got a film that's with a Hollywood star and they're the lead and you've got all this amazing South African talent, but the South African talent is sort of treated secondary. So, of course, they're given all that time with them. I arrive, and it's kind of like, okay, you're on, like, next week. So you
never got a chance to sit with Leah and say,
you don't get the opportunity to sit with Leah.
am I doing it right? Or how, you never got those...
I had to study her through looking at footage and all of that, which I did. Amazing woman, and just really beautiful.
When is the movie coming out?
Well, this is it. Who knows?
But it's made.
It's made. We did it. Well, we did do it at the end of last year. That was the filming. And with these things, it could take a year. It might be out at the end of the year. It might be out next year.
I'm going to be one of those in the queue to see it. But this is the Sport at 10 Cup.
Okay.
you can't have it, it's priceless. But the cakes you can if you give us a little bit of something on sport, right?
Okay.
We've got a couple of questions for you, Pamela. Don't laugh, don't laugh. So let's start out with this woman. Can you recognize one of the all-time great runners from the country that you were born in, Ethiopia?
I think it's Dunoy, Dene.
Daratu Tulu. You even laughing. We went to where you were born and we said, everybody knows Darata Tulu. She has to. Okay, let's bring it back to South Africa, your country of origin from...
I bet I know this one.
Can you tell me this great woman, absolutely sensational woman?
Let me think. Natalie Dutoy.
Thank you very much. And then finally wrapping it up to go back to Ethiopia.
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
Come on.
I don't, man.
She's... Really? If I said Turanesh, Dibaba, no. But I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Oh, thank you. Yay.
You know what?
Because she's my homegirl.
Shampoonizer, where are you? Come through.
Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day.
There's a lot of flowers there.
How sweet.
You're special and you're a woman and you're a strong woman. Happy Women's Day. And it's not just
And then
you.
I see Maud is standing here.
Maud.
And Wakhala.
Come on over. No. I don't know discrimination.
No, but
Anyways, again, just to show that I'm a rock star, I'll give you a cupcake each.
yeah.
Here's a cupcake. Thomas, I'll give you a handshake.
Thank you for the shake. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no. Happy Women's Month. Happy Women's Day. Please stay strong. Happy Women's Year. You know, it's all about you. Thomas, when now? Happy...
Happy something.
You're fine. Happy
We're done.
birthday.
That's it.
But can I just tell you one thing, though?
Yes.
I'm coming back to South African screens soon.
Do you want to tell us where?
I can't.
You can't tell
But it
us.
is one of they said I can say that it is one of the most popular shows on South African television.
Scoop. Gave you the scoop. And on that note, we're going to leave you with the words we leave you with every single week. If you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you doing?